Well, they lowered that rate, Dean, is that telling everybody inflation's going, I don't know if that's true, but inflation's flat.
I lower the rate because
Assessments go up, so it doesn't help, sometimes it doesn't help you to grow real fast.
plus it's closer.
That's one of the flaws in the 4% cap.
Plus it's not supposed to take account for new growth and catch up to next year.
See, the whole concept, I guess, if you have $100 million in new growth, is that it helps the local taxpayers as well as it does, But really, from a governmental entity, the new growth doesn't really help you a lot. As much, or the impact's not as big
Is the people.
as you think it is. Okay, thank you all so much. Let's go back to number 5, the road department report.
Okay, we're push off, we're in District 5. This is the last district for the third round. We'll be going fourth round, starting probably next week. Be going in District 2, 1, 3, 4, 5. 4 rounds is about the most we ever get, but I'll tell you what,
You'll get another one this year.
I don't know if we have time, but we'll see. We've got 2 more months, and then we've got September, October time. But we kind of do November, so we may, some of you may get an extra round, some of you may not. We're boom mowing
I
also.
want to see if we'll get the short straw.
I know.
5 and 4, it looks like to me, since they're last on the list. So we can skip 1 if that helps.
It's all right, I'll come over at night and get a tractor myself.
We are boom mowing full time. We've not stopped. It takes a lot of time. We're in the Harris County area. We're headed back into town. We'll be going out Boston Road area. I don't know, in a couple weeks maybe if we can get done. But it just takes.
Quit
so long.
raining.
Quit raining. There's a whole lot out there, but we have kept 2 men on full time all summer. Normally we don't do that. That works. It's okay. It works fine. Finished up on the Woodlawn Bridge project. It looked real good. It's a culvert actually, but it turned out real nice. Opened the road up, sent a note out last week. Work on Moss Brown Road, Cecil Ridge. We leased out over and busted a bunch of rock out so we can get roads in better shape for logging trucks up in there. Sulphur Lick Road, we finished cross drains. I sent an email out to Marion County who's going to pave it. We're reimbursed them based on our agreement last week at this
Yeah,
one.
culverts are done, right? I was up there
Correct.
last week.
Entrance culverts, Salt Springs, Petersburg, Mabu Mill, ditches, and a lot of culvert opening work. We're actually working today on Egan Road we got 4 culverts to replace on that road so we can pave it. And we got a big 6-foot diameter pipe that we're putting in today and backfilling. We're going to try to pour concrete today so we can get that road opened up tomorrow. It's been about a 3-day job to get that big pipe in the ground. That's all I've got. Dean?
Okay. Go to landfill solid waste report. First would be the high lift bids. Review those. Don?
Yep, we had high-lift bids on August 5th. We had 2 bids that came in. One was Wayne Supply with the Caterpillar machine, the other was Mead Equipment with the John Deere machine.
You guys have the tallies and sums.
Committee, Grounds Committee, Grounds and Equipment Committee met this morning, Sam and Jerry, myself, and we reviewed the bids. And while the Caterpillar was a little bit higher on the front end, the buyback and the parts and service were important enough for me as judge to recommend the court the Caterpillar product. Let the committee have their take on it if you want to. Sam, Jerry?
And that's what we thought as well. We've had a good track record with the Cat. The John Deere is a little bit new in this game. Better parts access with Caterpillar. And with that being said, I'd make a recommendation to purchase the Cat.
Motion, make a motion.
A motion to purchase the Caterpillar. It's 963D.
And to trade in and do the trade.
Yes, with
D
the,
or K?
Okay.
excuse me, K. My bad.
Yeah, we're trading the D.
Yeah, we're trading in the D. But the motion is to purchase the Caterpillar equipment from Cat Louisville.
Second by Jerry Hahn. Further discussion? I just want to add discussion that the buyback on the Caterpillar at the end of the 5 years, not 5 years, yeah, it was
Yeah,
5 years,
10,000.
or 10,000 hours to $60,000. If it was about 2.5 years, it'd be 80. So the buyback at the tail end of it is where where the county benefits from having that. For instance, we're getting $40,000 for a home trade-in, and that has some value to the taxpayer. So that's why
Buyback is 60,000 and 10,000?
10,000 hours, yeah, and $80,000 at 5,000 hours.
What'd you say, Keith?
I say John Deere's was 25.
Yeah, it was 25, about that. Motion's been made, and second discussion, Jeff?
I mean, even though it's higher on the front end, I think, livestock cost is going to be quite a bit cheaper.
And that's way under what we had
Yeah,
budgeted.
that's the other question. What is the budget? What was the budget?
I think it was 15.
315.
How much was the
$15,000.
deal? Brad, how much was the deal?
Without the trade, Jim, or with the?
With the trade.
Without the trade, it's 284, 139.
With the trade,
So try 40 from it.
with the trade is 244, 139.
Yes.
What's the delivery date on this machine?
The delivery date was 14 to 15 weeks.
All right, we hope to improve that. Once I have an order turned in, then we can start putting pressure on the factory
How
to
about
get it here
tomorrow?
sooner. That would be happy for me too.
All approved, say aye. Disapprove? The motion will carry. Next will be recycle trailer.
We have a recycle trailer. It's probably 10 or 12 years old. It's in pretty bad shape. It's in pretty bad shape, and we like to get it newer, bigger, when it save our recycle guy time. Having less trips coming back right now. He has about a 12 cubic yard trailer. We'd like to get a 22 cubic yard trailer, tandem axle instead of a single axle. I got a couple bids on that. We have around 15 in the budget for that, and I have prices for $10,650 from National Recycle Trailers.
They're at Russell Springs.
Russell Springs, Kentucky.
Okay. Committee met on that as well. I would make a recommendation to the court that we purchase a recycle trailer.
I think Jerry's going to do a few.
Jerry's going to do a motion this time? Okay. Make a motion to approve that particular. Is there a second to the motion?
I'll second it.
Second by Sam. Discussion?
That committee spent a lot of money this morning.
You saw the pictures, right?
Yep.
You got the whole pictures of those?
It's
It's served, it's due.
Wash right up. Hey, when I say it's time to trade it in, it's time to trade it in. All approved, say aye. Disapprove? Motion will carry.
So do you guys know, there was discussion of taking that old trailer and Jeff teasingly said washed up, but do a little bit of work to it. We get a lot of requests from schools a lot of times, or activities for a recycle trailer for a shortened period of time.
That'd be a good use.
That may be a purpose we can do that cost effective, but running it on every week basis, I showed Sam a picture, or drawing of the axle. It's a smiley face instead of straight now.
Just turn it upside down.
Well, it should have been a tandem axle trailer. That's a lot of weight there.
The paper is where you get the newspaper.
How do you unload this 22-yard thing?
It's
Same as gravity, same as this one. It's the inside slope, so you can open the side door and come.
And it comes out into your pit.
Slide
Yeah.
Slide down on
Same way as the existing trailer.
The other trailers City of Barstown have, they have to take a forklift. It's not for our setup, but it doesn't work.
Yeah. Okay, next item under landfill solid waste is tippers for the garbage trucks. We discussed that as well. And tipper for the garbage trucks for the media and the folks here in the audience today. Garbage trucks can be fitted with an arm, basically an arm that grabs these big totes that Lowe's and Walmart sells now. It's got the little metal, and it raises your hand up and does this, and that way it saves the guy's back.
The last truck we've all had it on.
Yeah.
John had asked for one. I recommended to the committee earlier this morning that we go ahead and purchase two. It's got the money in the budget to do so. Hopefully down the road, we're going to do the two newest trucks, and down the road, we'll make sure our new vehicles are fitted with these as well from the factory. But go ahead and fit these up, might save us some workman's comp funds.
And I think you guys have heard our spills, more and more and more people buy these, what they call toters. They're about 75, 80, 90 gallons, whatever water size you want to get. It's just what everybody buys. I would buy it too, you know, if I didn't have to take it much stuff to the landfill, but, so that's what we're getting into. And those cans are tough to dump now. Those bags get sucked to the bottom of those, and this will take care of that problem.
And they're not getting any younger.
I came through Friday at my house, my neighborhood, 2 men could hardly get one into the truck. They could not get it in there. I mean, they got it. I would probably pushed it in the ditch, it was me, but.
John, you said one of your guys counted at one of the subdivisions, there was 60?
Over 60 in just half of Foreman's Crossings. He just did a spot check and over 60. They have the cans that we can use that tipper with.
So I
There
think
is,
the
that is
trend-
important too, that the people buy the right can, so this machine can pick it. This particular one, they had the hydraulic on it, but it didn't have the bar, so they couldn't grab it and throw it in there, so they had to manhandle it. So I don't know how you get that out there, tell them,
You just recommend
That's
it.
a-
And
not
just keep,
recommend, tell them they have to have it.
just keep recommending.
I'm telling you, guys couldn't hardly get it.
Leave it longer than
we get a phone call from Dean.
Do what?
Sam?
Yeah, I got it every day.
Yeah, but
Get us all
we need a motion on that. I'll
Yes.
make a motion that we purchase or we retrofit 2 of the newest trucks with the tippers at a cost of $84.55 each. $8,455. That's not $84,000.
Motion been made, second by Jerry Hahn. Further discussion?
Yeah, I'll make a motion that the
Oh, we have a motion on the floor.
Quit spending.
does not meet for another year.
Your motion doesn't count. Because there's a motion and a second. All approved, say aye. Disapprove?
We're not
Are
done
y'all
yet.
installing it yourself?
Yeah, that's the last one.
Anything else, John, on solid waste?
That's all they're gonna let me have.
Y'all did discuss it.
I don't think we need to hire a new engineer for some time.
That's been a lot of money.
Jail report. I get them all the time. I want to keep you around a little while.
Okay, today we have a total of 130 inmates. We have 3 in Hardin County, 1 on home incarceration. We have 32 state inmates. We have 6 serving weekends. We have 3 in Jefferson and Boyd County going to court there. So we have an in-house total of 117. July, our daily average. Controlled intake, we average 863 a day. Our man days, that's a daily average of 27. Class Ds, it was 280 man days, that's a daily average of 9. Nelson County inmates, it was 3,513 man days, that's a daily average of 113. So for the month of July, we totaled 4,656 man days, that's a daily average of 150 inmates a day, and we felt it. We were busy.
Oh, man.
New arrivals, arrests and releases for July. For arrivals, we had 162 males. Females, we had 54. That was a total of 216. Releases, we had 162 males. We had 60 females, so we had a total of 222. Sentenced inmates out of district court, which includes the weekends, we have 7. Waiting for court, we have 21. Home incarceration, we have 1. This is out of district. For our state inmates, we don't have any community service out of district. For our state inmates that are sentenced, we have 22 controlled intake, and we have 10 Class Ds. Circuit court serving weekends, we don't have any. Community service, we have 6. Work release, we have 5. We've got 3 that's out of drug court, but it's county time, it's not state time. So in circuit court, waiting for court, we have 67. We have 88 that has not been sentenced, that's counting circuit and district. That's all I have to report.
Thank you, folks. Any questions for Georgia?
When's the rocket docket time gonna start?
I don't know, we had, last Thursday, they had circuit court. We had one come back from court that said they offered him a fast docket. So, you know, maybe they're gonna start something with it too.
Who's this, Georgia?
One of our inmates that come back from circuit court last week said in 2 weeks, he'll go back, and it's a possibility they're gonna present him with a deal.
probably is.
September 1 will be the date. It's actually to be approved by, it's got to go through the Prosecutor's Advisory Council. They meet tomorrow. So they should approve it tomorrow to start September 1.
Sounds good.
Yep.
Thank you, George.
EMS report, Joe?
Your July numbers come in at 557 calls, responded to 101 of those non-transport. That averaged 18 calls a day. Also, note that we returned one of the trucks from the outer stations to Bardstown for coverage 16 times during the month of July. So that's down a little bit. Having extra help on the 4 truck has helped that a little bit. As of last night, I think we finished, Dorcas, correct me if I'm wrong, recertification of CPR and first aid for the jail staff.
Right.
I think the last crew was last night.
Yes.
So have all her staff up to date on their CPR and first aid. That'd be my report.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Before we go down to rec department report, I'm going to go back up to road department report. As part of that report, I want to report some findings that Rhonda put together for me. She labored over it. It's real hard. In your mailbox, you found a little piece of paper here. It has some chicken scratch and some real pretty computer-generated numbers. Everybody got their mail? What this does, this shows there was an editorial in the Standard about rethinking the process of allocating road funds. You know, there's nothing wrong with thinking, moving forward in a different way of doing business. But I want to go back the last 4 years and see where we were, actually how our spending turned out. I think media, you got a copy in your mailbox. Did you get a copy of that? Brandon, did you get a copy of that? It looks like this. What it does is shows the actual spending for the last several years by district, and it shows the next item shows the percentage of that total. And my handwritten notes out there show the percentage of roads by magisterial districts. The point of presenting this today is to show you we're not too far off in what's based on the mileage of roads per magisterial district. Now, Bernard's will skew a little bit because was his recent allocation included in that, Bernard's?
Mm-hmm.
In that number? Okay.
Everything up through June 3rd.
The purchase order was issued.
No, nothing that's happened since July 1.
July 1, okay.
No.
So while we're not perfect, but we're not very far off based on the allocations. And each magistrate last year had carryover money because you spend your money wisely. To be honest with you, you're spending where it needs to be spent. District 1, as of July 1st, had $40,000. District 2 had $64,000. District 3 had $190,000. He spent $100,000 of that since then, or a little bit more than $100,000 probably. District 4 had $32,000. They didn't think he had because we allocated some state money to some of the roads. And District 5, Han had $19,400. So every magistrate had money to work with within their district. And further, I think the distribution is not too far off. I don't know what the court thinks about that. Now, going forward, with the state, there is money in the budget for discretionary funds again this year. They just haven't allocated them. We're in the mix to get some of those funds as we move forward, but they're probably going to wait till next spring before they allocate any of those funds for emergency purposes.
I would just like to get caught up on all my chip seal roads.
Yeah.
You know, you can't salt them. A lot of my district is very hilly.
There's two things there's one thing that the state won't allow you to spend money on.
I know that. I'm talking about my own money.
Yeah.
I mean, even in my own money, I would just like to I just think if everybody in Nelson County deserves a blacktop road, where they can get it salted, where they can get in and out at the winter time. That's what I want to do. I just want to get caught up on that.
We had 94 miles of gravel roads when I entered office. We're down to less than 5.
I think I still got 90 in my district.
I think you need to rewrite your roads. And open your eyes if you would.
He's getting a short private road back there.
Go on, to Tyler's report.
Soccer and football started on this past weekend. Everything's going well. Cindy Sam and Keith out
I heard
there.
two magistrates were out there this weekend with grandchildren.
Grandkids.
Yeah, everything's.
We was taking pictures, we was out there on parking spaces.
Are they on the same team or opposite team?
They were playing each
Oh,
other. They were
yeah,
playing each other.
that's
the other day.
good.
They were at the parking lot, they wouldn't pay $3 to go in.
Soccer's free. I got the bid back for the resurfacing of the
Walking trail?
walking trail. Also on this memo is a couple other projects that we're looking at trying to do.
Some we've talked about in the past. There's one in there, I think we'll discuss more today. I'll let Tyler do his spiel.
We met about a week ago.
Yeah, we met a week ago. At the rec board meeting, we met and we talked about doing the walking path, and we talked about doing an ADA path for football. But after talking with Matt and the football guys and talking with Dean the other day, we decided to try to push that off to trying to do that as a spring project. Football is really nervous about that, trying to do that right now.
Football season just started.
With football starting and that being on the way. So we're going to try to push that off to try to do that as a spring project instead. So we tried to do a different project now. As you can see, there's some pictures of our new backstop that we did, and there's pictures of the backstop that we're looking at trying to do that's falling apart. The backstop we did was about $7,000, and that's what David estimated.
What they do on that wall, did they dig down to the existing
Yes.
footer?
When we originally constructed that, there was plans to do this anyhow. We just don't have funds.
Right.
So we built the footer in a manner to where you come back with brick ledge. Now what Dave will do on this particular project is to bring brick from the footer all the way up. He'll lay block, you know, get them
Four
over
by eight blocks, yeah.
get it back up to grade.
Right.
And then
What's
start-
gonna be buried when
Yeah.
not shown, leave it below the surface.
Yes.
Right. But you guys can see the damage on that. I've been told 10 different things what caused that. Part of it was the wrong block. They used a lightweight block, I think.
Kinline block instead of a solid
There you go.
concrete block.
And, excuse me, sir?
Too much paint, no drains.
The more I hang out with the county, the more water makes me lose hair. Yes. And whatever we deal with.
So, the committee, Tyler, I believe, recommended the walking trails to be, the court would do the walking trails and regrade the infield.
Well, the rec department actually, the rec board said to do the walking trails and the ADA path, but we, after talking with the football committee and with you all, we decided to change the ADA path and move that to a spring, do that as a spring project to get out of football's way right now. So since baseball's not going on, we thought these two projects would be a better fit because the infield on that field is very, very bad. It holds water all the time, even 3 or 4 days after rain, it'll be sunny, 90 degrees. The dirt area is bone dry and hard, and they're still staying in water. And we're canceling games.
Is that what those pictures are?
Yes, and that's 3 days after it hadn't rained.
So what we plan on doing on that field is basically, if you guys approve it, we use the road department guys, come in, scout the field basically, bring some topsoil in, and the majority of that cost is sod to put back down in the infield. I mean, we thought about trying to save the sod and whatnot, and you figured out the cost of labor and whatnot, it's just as cheap to skin it, throw it away, and start over. And while we got the field tore up, thought, why not do the backstop as well? Because the field's gonna be all chewed up and done.
When you said we, who's we decided not to do the backstop?
Not the backstop,
I mean,
it's the ADA,
yeah.
the football people, because football season's underway right now.
but then he said we decided to put.
I asked him what the next priority would be.
Okay. Because I don't remember discussing that.
No,
we didn't
it wasn't.
discuss it.
It wasn't. It wasn't discussed. But definitely, I would like the court, if we could, get approval on the walking trails and the bricking the backstops. The regrading the infield is the only thing really that wouldn't probably on our
Have we
radar
got enough
list.
in the budget to do all
Yes.
three? What time to do?
Yes, we do.
Well, I'll make a motion to get it up to par.
I'll second the motion.
To do all three projects.
Yes, do all three projects.
Motion's been made and seconded. Any further discussion? All approved, say aye.
Aye.
Disapprove? Motion carries. Keep making the motion and Bernard second.
Definitely.
And guys, there's more out there, but just one at a time.
Yeah.
And we just.
I appreciate it, thank you.
Okay, now that we've done that, we don't have any money for the police sheriff's cars, do we?
Okay, motion adjourned.
Where's the sheriff? Oh, he is here. He is here. We took, advertised for police cruisers, actually police SUVs now. 2 will be coming out of our budget and 2 will be coming out of the sheriff's budget. At $28,977.77, that's about $700 or $800 higher than last year, wasn't it?
About 800.
800.
This includes a pre-wiring package.
Was there a little bit different on pre-wiring this year versus last year?
Couple of different options.
Couple different options? Was it, it wasn't $800-900 worth?
No.
The
no,
natural
but
increase.
The actual price was up a little.
Was this the only bid we got?
Only bid.
What was the budget?
It's the state price.
That's, I think we
About
budgeted
75.
75, the time you bid.
By the time we equip it and everything.
Yeah.
it'll-
I don't, I should
Add
cross that,
another
but
seven or
I
eight.
didn't bring it. But there, in our budget, there's 2 cruisers and
Mhm.
Sheriff's got his flexibility.
So you need a motion
I need a motion to.
I'll make a
award
motion.
it to Conway.
for the fiscal court to buy 2 and sheriff to purchase the other 2 out of his budget.
Motion by Keith Metcalf, second by Jeff. Any further discussion? All approved, say aye.
Aye.
Disapprove? Motion carried. Now, Sheriff, don't tell me how many cars you have incapacitated at the time?
Wait a minute.
It's a constant battle.
3? You got 3 down? Limping?
3, possibly 4.
Up
Only
a
one
little
of them.
ordeal over on the East Cooney Neck, are you gonna be able to recover any, are there any recoverable
It didn't involve-
It didn't involve the
Our
vehicle.
vehicles.
No, but what I'm saying is, of that bust, is there gonna be any money that comes back to the sheriff's
All
department?
money goes to the drug task force.
Which is indirectly involved.
Yeah.
Doesn't buy a car. though.
No, don't buy a car.
It's not helping that.
Next on the agenda is a special meeting for August 30th, at 9 a.m. Media, you will get an update on that and an agenda item. The main thing will be the hearing on the tax rates, and hopefully a first reading. Motion to adjourn. Motion adjourned by Bernard Ice. Is there a second? I'm not looking at you, Sammy. You're afraid to say anything. Second by Jerry Hahn. All approved, say aye. Disapprove? Motion carries. Yes, sir. 4-1.
Yeah, I told him we need to get.
Is that hurting you?